Hey, I'm Jon Thelen. Today on Fish Ed, we're up in northern Minnesota. We're on a pretty hot crappie bite. Stay right where you're at. You're not going to want to miss this one. There's a couple of them down here. I got a feeling we're gonna get charged here as soon as that thing gets within, oh, here they come. As soon as that thing got within sight, they just come barreling up right on it. Just stop it, give them a second to look at it. There's a lot of competition down there. There's 3 or 4 fish down there. That's a good thing when you can get that competition going. There he is. Look at that. Man, there were 3 of them came up there and you just knew one of them was gonna do it. It was just a question of which one and how long it'd take them. Look at that. That right there is exactly what we're after today. Big northern Minnesota crappies. And these things are just on fire right now. And I'll tell you why. You look around, there's not a whole lot of snow on the ice right now. This is, you know, I don't want to call this early winter. I mean, it's mid-December, mid to late December now. But here's the thing, these fish, they've got all the light they need to feed all day long. So right now what's happening is they're running all over eating, and they just love it. The other thing is that they're very predictable at this time of the year. We're finding them in spots where they're easy to see on the graph. And here's why. They're just looking for any deep water depression or hole they can find. And I'll show you a little bit more about that as we go on today. But these fish are just stacked up down here. Let's see if we can get another one right away. Here he comes. Boy, that guy just, all of a sudden, boom, he was on the screen, and there he is. it's just a, oh, geez, that one got off on me. Shoot, let's go back down and see if we can get him. A lot of times you get that same fish to bite again, but dropping right back down on him because he's hot. It's not like he moved that far. Let's see if we can get him again. Now it looks like there might even be a couple more in here. Create that competition, and boy, that can really get him going. Here he comes. There, we got him. Try setting that hook a little bit lighter. I might have whacked him a little too hard that last time. There's another one sitting down there watching his buddy go up right now. Look at that. What a great fish. Man, these crappies, at this time of year on some of these lakes, they can be kind of complicated to find, but on the one I'm on today, they're pretty easy. And let me explain to you why. We're fishing in a basin today, a basin style lake. Now what I mean by that is this lake has a whole bunch of 20-foot water. So you don't have that big defined crappie hole that you think of. I've just found about a 3-foot depression, and that serves as that hole for these crappies. And what that's done is it's made it so it's a really tight little area, and the fish just move around here, and they're pretty constantly on the move, but they're all eating in this same area. And when you've got all these fish in the same area, you create that competition. And with that competition going, man, I'll tell you, you can sit and wail on crappies throughout the whole day. Let's see if we can get another one of these guys to move. Boy, all of a sudden one shows up, and then right behind him is another one. That's a neat thing about these deals, is they're all together. And when they show up, you know you're gonna get numbers. And boy, that one railed in, and he's still got a buddy down there. We'll get back down and get him too. Look at that, another great crappie. That is just dynamite. I'll tell you what, that is so much fun. Let me show you what I'm using, because what I'm using is such a simple bait. And for the depth I'm fishing today, about 20 feet, it's just ideal. What this is it's the Lindy Ice Watsit Jig. And what this thing does is when it's going down, it kind of swims because it's got this tail that just kind of moves around. And what it does is it looks like a minnow, or this thing has some little legs on the side. It could be a bug. It could be a lot of different things. But what it is to a crappie is food. And it's providing that action down there, and it's in constant movement. And if you can put a bait down there that's in constant movement, what it does is it brings crappies in, but then it also makes it really, really easy for them to key in on it because they're very much a sight feeder. So if they see that movement and the color's right and everything's right for them, it's easy for them to eat it. And that's what's so great about this jig. It just does everything. lot of times they didn't move far. There they are. There it is. Got him. Well, that one feels like another dandy. This weather out here, I'll tell you what a day. You know, we went through that really warm spell here recently, and that changed a lot of things. Any snow that was on the ice is gone, and it's made it so these fish, they're really feeding. And you know, we've got nice stable weather right now, and crappies like that are just going nuts. But one of the things it does is it makes color really important. And you know, I can't tell you why, but today this lime green is catching them as fast as I can drop it back down. But you know, on any given day that can change. It might be a buggy color, it might be a bright pink, some days it's a lime green. All I do, especially when the light is down there a lot like it is right now with the lack of snow cover, just keep changing through colors. You're gonna run into the right color eventually. And the way you'll know that is if fish come up and look, and then they don't eat it, and you feel like you've done everything right, and then it happens again, and maybe one more time, it's time to change colors. There he is. Oh boy. Guy's got a little bit of juice in him. Oh, got himself a little bit tangled up. Oh, look at that. Well, there's why. That's what you can get mixed in with these crappies. That's a dynamite jumbo right there. He'll join the pile. We're picking away at him. We're gonna have a nice fish fry tonight. That's awesome. This one ought to bite. He came up so hard. Yep, he had a buddy with him too. When you get that competition going, like I was saying, man, I'll tell you what, you can put it on pretty good. Look at that, another dynamite crappie. Look at that one. That one's a giant. It's just a big fish. Boy, he's fun to catch. And look where he's hooked. We got him hooked right in the snout with that thing. That's exactly how you want to do it. I guess I got lucky on that one. That is a fun fish to catch right there. There he is. Got him. Oh yeah, feels like another one of them. Yep, look at that. Same thing we've been catching all day. Wow, look at that. Man, that is just a ton of fun. And there are bites going on like this all over northern Minnesota right now, and I'll tell you why. There's not a lot of snow on the ice. You can get around, so they're easier to find. And then number two, you know what? These fish are just feeding like crazy with the lack of snow cover. And you know, we're sitting today on about 14 inches of ice. I mean, there's some great ice out here. So if you get a chance, get out, enjoy some of this crappie fishing. Look for these little spots, these little depressions, the holes. And you know what you're gonna find? A whole pile of those sitting there just waiting to eat. I'm Jon Thelen. We'll catch you next week on Fish Ed.